Hey guys, today I am at day 2, 48 hours, no kratom, cold turkey, and man, I'm not feeling so hot. I mean, comparative to, I've done 2 quits, this is my second quit, and I did one that was cold turkey and just used supplements, which the supplements really do help a lot, and I will mention some of the supplements I'm using currently in this video, if I can remember. But I'm using some other things this time. Like the first time I quit cold turkey, it was cold turkey with just supplements. This time that I've quit, I've used a few different things that I didn't use so much last time that I'm using now. And I took one out actually. Last time I quit, I used marijuana oil. Like I used Rick Simpson oil. I used to be a medical marijuana patient. I quit medical marijuana, so I'm not using that this time. So it's a different experience, but I'm going to try to share what's going on with me and what I'm feeling and what I'm going through because the last time I did it seemed to help people so much. So I want to try to do that again and at least turn this negative of being back on Kratom into good. I slipped back into Kratom. I used it for a while. I quit. I was using it responsibly. And by that I mean using it only when I really needed to. But lately it seemed like I always needed to. I was reaching out. I was trying to help people. I was trying to build a channel. I was doing so much, really overextending myself. So I got into where I was on pretty much a daily. And those days that I did try to go off, I noticed I wasn't feeling so hot. So clean break, getting away from it again. And yeah, I know what I'm in store for because I've done this before. And there's going to be the pause, the post-acute withdrawal symptom or syndrome. But what I'm feeling today is, surprisingly, I'm using Imodium AD. I'm using like 4 pills every like 6 hours. People are talking about really crazy high doses with that stuff, and that freaks me out. Like I don't want to do that. So I've been using smallest amount possible, which 4 does seem to really help me. It's helped. I don't have diarrhea like I did last time, which was a burden, especially when you don't feel good and you're dragging in and having to go to the bathroom constantly. So I'm using that, and what I've noticed is it took away a lot of the flu symptoms. I don't have like the stuffy nose that I would normally have, and the really bad muscle aches. They're there, but just not as intense. And I believe the magnesium glycinate I'm using as well is helping that too. That's helped a lot. I'm using gabapentin as well. I have a prescription for gabapentin. I'm prescribed 3 pills 3 times a day. Normally lately what I just kind of weaned down on it because I was gaining a ton of weight on it. So when I was on the kratom at one point, like before, long ago, I started using one pill of gabapentin twice a day. So I have like a stockpile of gabapentin, and I've been taking my prescribed dose, a little bit more here and there maybe, but I have a stockpile of that, so I'm using that, and I feel that that's really helping as well. I do have Klonopin that I'm prescribed, and I'm prescribed 1 milligram. 1 milligram in the evening. But I'm prescribed 2 milligrams in the evening. I'm sorry, my train of thought is shot. I'm prescribed 2 milligrams. I usually take 1 milligram daily because I've weaned down to that. But I'm taking 2 milligrams during this time, trying to catch some sleep. Sleep has eluded me. I have not been able to sleep very well at all. That's one of the hardest parts about kratom withdrawal is the sleep, like lack of sleep. If you've done it or if you're getting ready to do it, that's something you need to know. And I'm sure it's certainly relatable to people that have tried to quit before and have just been like, man, like I can't catch a wink of sleep. But that makes it very difficult. I think the Klonopin's helping somewhat, but I'm still not getting a ton of sleep. And the magnesium glycinate helps with that as well as some of the other herbs I'm going to mention that I take. I will have a full list of the herbs below that I'm taking during this quit, so that with links where you can buy them. If you buy them, I do get a little percentage of profits. It's how I try to pay for running this channel, making this channel. But I don't think you pay anymore for doing that. So if you could buy them through my links, I'd really appreciate it. One of the hardest things I'm having trouble with too is anxiety, like really bad anxiety. I suffer from anxiety in general. That's why I took kratom. One of the big reasons I took kratom was for anxiety, social phobia. And man, it's in my chest and my stomach. I just have this tightness, this feeling of just I keep finding myself taking deep breaths to kind of try to relieve it, to let it go. And what's helped with that has been kava. I've been using kava, which is great. I'm going to have a link to that below. And I believe the magnesium glycinate helps with that as well. But those two have been really awesome. I have a total lack of energy. Very humdrum. Walking, like I've been in bed. I did manage to shower today, but I've been in bed and dragging over to this chair to sit upright. I don't know if you could tell, but I'm like hunching into the camera because I don't have the energy to hold myself up right now. Just very blah, very blah. I think I'm only smiling because I know there's a camera on me. Otherwise, I would be like frowning. I'm just trying to, I don't know, keep it positive, keep it uplifting. It's been very hard. The anxiety has been very hard. That's probably one of the biggest struggles too, is the anxiety. So I've been pushing through that. I'm also, man, I am freezing cold. I am so cold lately that I mean, it's wintertime here in California right now. But at the same time, I crank the heater up and I am still freezing cold. I've had long underwear on at points. I mean, I'm sleeping with like sweaters and long underwear and et cetera on, and still cold, extra blankets on. I'm just freezing all the time. It doesn't matter. I don't feel like I can get warm. And in the shower, when I take a shower, it was too hot. My body is very sensitive to temperature right now. I do, just trying to put some perspective on this, I do feel that the things that I've mentioned that I'm using, the Imodium in particular, is really helping. Gabapentin I think helps as well, but Imodium is like, seems to really be helping me compared to last time. And I know the magnesium is huge, the kava is huge. I'm going to list some other things below that are helping me as well. Depression is another big factor that's coming into play. It's this weird longing I get. I remember it from last time where it's just like, I feel like there's not something right in my life. I mean, there's not. I'm in this situation, so obviously something's wrong. But yeah, it's just really like I've been using a lot of prayer during this time. I pray a lot. I know that God is helping me through this. He's helped me through so much. If you watch some of my other videos, you'll see how much He's helped me. Like He's healed me from pain and different things. So I trust in God to help me, and so that's been very helpful. But yeah, this is a tough road. I'm hoping, like last time, that once I get to about the 72-hour mark, and my math sucks. I'm not good at math, but even still, like I think that might be tomorrow. I don't know. I need to get a calculator out or something and figure it out because I really want to have this behind me to where I'm further along. And I know that all of a sudden when it breaks, like these chronic symptoms of a lot of it where you're feeling just at your worst is like the first, it seems, 3 to 5 days. And then after that, you're kind of dealing with the post-acute withdrawal syndrome and less of the body physical stuff and more of like mental, like mind game type stuff, which I'm going to try some different supplements this time around to see how those help. Tyrosine is one that's good, that's supposed to help in the later stages. I might start taking that soon. I've been having a really bad headache, so in the past when I've taken tyrosine, it's given me a headache, so I'm not sure I want to try that yet. I'm kind of waiting on it just to see. I don't know. Vitamin D3 has been great. B vitamins are great for taking. A lot of nutrients are lost when you're taking Kratom for a long time. I think it just kind of somehow, there's always that exchange, I guess, where you take something and, it depletes something. So taking Kratom, I think deplete a lot of things. So I'm trying to bring those back into me. I'm sorry for all the background noise going on too. There's doors slamming and phones ringing. My head's just throbbing. Yeah, so we're at day 2, 48 hours, and prayer. I'm in prayer a lot because I do not feel good. I don't feel good at all. But I'm making these videos hoping that they help somebody and, kind of admitting what I have fallen into here. I am still pro Kratom. I fully am. It's me that was the one that went bad on it. Like, it's great. Like, if you could drink coffee like once or twice a week, you're golden. Like, you're good because you won't get hooked on it. But it's the same with Kratom. Once you start using it too often. Once your body becomes used to having that substance at a certain rate at a certain amount of time, it doesn't matter if you're taking it once a day, just taking your morning dose, or what, taking it 5 times a day. It's going to catch up with you eventually. Eventually, that one dose is going to have to be has to be. So that's why I try to shake it up with my body, and not allow myself to get into this situation to where my body expects it and it rebels when I don't give it what it needs and what it's asking for. So I'm going to go through this situation. I'm going to try to use responsibly again afterwards. If I can't use responsibly again, I mean, I know kind of, I can see the pattern of why I fell back into this, just with doing too much lately. I should have really slowed down. I should have put some things on hold that I wasn't putting on hold, and just been like, that's too much, and taking my days off. I always did that in the past, and it's been months. I mean, it's been months and months that I've used Kratom responsibly, so I'm just looking at it kind of like it tested that limit. I don't think that it was, it's obviously something that you can't use daily. You can't use on a regular basis to where your body becomes accustomed to it, because then you end up here. And then you're going, oh man, and you're watching videos on YouTube trying to figure out how to get off and what other people are suffering and how it's going to be, so you know what to expect. But mind game is the biggest thing, and I always tell people that are quitting Kratom, your mind game has to be strong, and my mind game is strong right now. I'm thinking about, like, the Kratom won't win. I won't let the Kratom take me down. Like, I'm stronger than the Kratom, so that's where I'm at. That's day 2, and I will try to upload again another video at 72 hours. I'll try to do another one tomorrow. I want to try to make, I feel like I maybe didn't make long enough a series last time when I made my videos. I should have continued on, because there were after effects, so I didn't really document, and I want this to be as thorough as possible. But definitely I've noticed that the symptoms have kicked up at 48 hours. I'm feeling like full effects now, and not feeling great. So I will do that, guys. I run a channel here where I help people get off Kratom. I help people that have been damaged with illnesses and different things. I help in a lot of ways. People help them find God. So I have a link down below to a GoFundMe if you feel so inclined to donate some money to help provide for me, so that I can continue helping other people. I put a lot of time and energy into this channel and helping people, either through comments or through privately. And if you could donate something, that allows me to help people that need help. And I think that's an awesome thing. I don't know how much help I'll be in the next few days here, but I will do my best. I always do my best. I just can't keep using Kratom to do it, which was what I was doing. And, yeah. So, but yeah, if you feel so inclined, please feel free to do that. And then also, like I mentioned, I'm going to put some links down below of some of the supplements I'm using as well. These are really awesome to help, like kava, vitamin D3, B vitamins for some energy, magnesium glycinate to help you sleep at night. That stuff is awesome. You take it in the morning. I take 2 pills, and then in the evening I take 2 pills right before sleep. And it was during, I think, while that stuff was kicking in, like, where I caught like my 4 hours of sleep. So if I got that, it was very restless sleep. But I know the magnesium glycinate helped me get some sleep, and it's helped with the restless legs. So I can't complain too much about the restless legs. I think that's a combination of Imodium and the magnesium glycinate. So that's really good. And not that pain going on in my legs. So that's it for today, guys. Thanks for tuning in. And until the next update, God bless.